and more efficient. And this comes then at the end down to the expression, to the face of those buildings, which is the facade. This is the facades of some of the buildings I will be showing, and because on this face, on the facade of those buildings, is the most visible expression of these efforts. Here you actually see the result, how the architect and the engineer work together. Now, there's incredible coordination between the structure of the building, how the mechanical services are integrated, what materials are used in terms of glazing, shading systems, and last and not least, how a very sophisticated system manages how these buildings actually function and perform. And some of the more sophisticated of those buildings actually perform like a machine. They based on the exterior conditions and the desired interior conditions, they actually create a climate which is comfortable, which are much minimal effort. As you hear that, I put a lot of effort, and this is obviously based on my European background and the European experience, on this word comfort. Because that, to some degree, more troublesome than buildings which are conditioned, kind of over-conditioned with mechanical systems, is actually that those buildings are not comfortable. It's like where I stand here, the air blows all around me, and those buildings are actually not managed right. The shades don't go down automatically. The lights are on too much, and many of those things are actually, in terms of the ultimate energy performance of the building, very, very negative. And as we all know, that a big problem with judging ultimately these buildings, which are all got LEED ratings and touted as being very energy efficient, is really that there is no system of follow-up, actually control how those buildings really perform. A lot is actually hype and advertising, and I think we got to go a step further to avoid that. The result of this Archi-Neering is actually that when we work together on this project with the engineers, it's interesting that sometimes the architects are actually more concerned about the technical results of their condition, of their decisions, and the engineer is actually very well aware of the aesthetic consequences of what he does. It happens very often that Werner Sobeck says to me, I said, "You can't really do that." I said, "Why?" I said, "Doesn't look good." And Matthias Schuler, as an engineer, has often said, "No, you can't do this. There's not enough daylight coming in the building." This is the first mechanical engineer who ever told me that I need more glass, or I need a more transparent glass, because if that energy is harvested in the right way and gets into the building, it doesn't have to be damaged.